Hey guys, what's up? Baller here. We are now on this third game, or third prediction for December 29, 2021 NBA Game Day. On this video, we will be talking about Los Angeles Clippers with a record of 17 and 17, visiting Boston Celtics, the home team obviously, with a record of 16 and 18. This one will be played 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so that's 8:30 a.m. here in Manila. And before we proceed, I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Baller, to please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on the bell logo. That way, automatically, notifications for videos just like this one will be sent to you automatically. All right. Let's take a look at the conference standings first for these two teams. For Boston Celtics, they are at number 9 in the Eastern Conference. For their last 10 games, they've only won 3 times. And approaching this game, man, they've lost back to back. So we can easily tell that Boston Celtics, man, they are on a slump. Now for Los Angeles Clippers, they are at number 6 in the West. For their last 10 games, they have won 5 times, so it's still pretty decent. But approaching this game, they are also experiencing back-to-back losses. All right, Boston Celtics would have the home court advantage. That's kind of obvious. We can talk about momentum here as both teams are on a slump. Fatigue factor. Let's not talk about that too because both teams just had their rest last night. So let's just talk about the injury list for both teams. For Los Angeles Clippers, man, they have a lot. They have a long list. Kawhi Leonard, Preston, George, Jay Scrub, Hartenstein, Reggie Jackson, Moses Wright, and Nicholas Batum. That's how many? 2, 4, 6, 8 players confirmed out as of now for LA Clippers. And it hurts because Reggie Jackson's there, Paul George is there, plus one of their bigs, Hartenstein, is actually there. So it's not like just a simple line. It's a line of their top players. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other list. Hold on. For Boston Celtics, who do we have here? Okay, here we go. Enes Freedom or Cantor, Bruno Fernando, CJ Miles, Justin Jackson, Neesmith, Jason Tatum, and Dennis Schroeder. That's 2, 4, 6, 7 confirmed out for Boston Celtics, while Marcus Smart is actually on game time decision. This is due to his hand injury or hand problems. He is tagged as questionable for this game. So depending on his status come game time, that will be the decision when will be made. So 7 confirmed out for Boston, possibly 8, depending on Smart's status. And I'm looking at the spread. Let me refresh this real quick. The spread is +5 Los Angeles Clippers, of course -5 for the home team, Boston Celtics. So we can tell both teams are actually looking for a win. They are on their respective slumps, and both teams are also missing their top players. For Boston Celtics, they don't have Jason Tatum. For LA Clippers, they don't have Paul George. Well, Kawhi Leonard is a better player, but we all know that Kawhi Leonard has been out for the longest time. But so there you go. So the ones left are the ones who would battle it out. I guess the first time that they met this season, the Clippers won, but it was a close one, if I remember it right. So on this game, I just feel like Los Angeles Clippers would have a better lineup left for this particular game because the starting I'm thinking about the possible starting five for the Clippers. I'm thinking about the Bledsoe, Luke Kennard, Morris Senior, of course Zubac, and no what's this? Batum is actually out. Yep, yep. Well, Ibaka is normally coming off the bench. So Terrence Mann, there you go. So those 5 for Los Angeles Clippers, if actually they get the groove, just like how they did, on the first quarter of that game against Brooklyn Nets. That was their last game. Man, they are scary. Those five, four out of those five are 3-point shooters, of course, with the exception of Zubac. So depending on the flow of the game, it can actually turn into an easy win for them. Again, depending on the kind of defense that the opponent will offer. While for the Brooklyn Nets, sorry, Boston Celtics, yeah, they got Jalen Brown's left for them. Plus, Jalen Brown could possibly have Marcus Smart to help him out. Again, depending on Smart's status, but looking on the lineup, without Tatum, without Cantor, without Dennis Schroeder, man, it's just so hard for Boston Celtics to just go out there and be like themselves. I was talking to myself earlier, and I was like, Boston Celtics, they are actually used with Jason Tatum just leading the way without Brown. Remember when Brown was actually out and Tatum was out there, the Boston Celtics can actually win. But it's not the same situation if Tatum is out and Brown is there. It's just totally different, man. Maybe I'm just talking too early for Jalen Brown, and they got a lot of respect to Brown. And he's very very talented and very good, but it's just different. Tatum is just different from Jalen Brown. Plus, the Los Angeles Clippers is given +5. And yeah, I mean, taking a look at the form for the last 10 games. Clippers won 5, while Boston just won 3. Man, I'm gonna side with Los Angeles Clippers on this with the +5. Maybe Boston will win, but the +5 is just too much for me to say no to it. So I'm gonna pick Los Angeles Clippers +5 on here. I'm not even gonna be surprised if the Clippers will actually win outright, but nevertheless, +5 I feel like would be safe for this team for me to put money on. Clippers +5. Peace out, pass I love, and God bless.